Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the hidden science of keeping your home comfortable. We're going to break down the invisible forces that can turn your cozy safe haven into a real headache.
Oh, you know the feeling, right? It's the coldest night of the year, and boom, the heat dies. Or it's a sweltering, sticky heat wave, and the AC just completely gives up the ghost. It seriously feels like the universe has a terrible sense of humor.
But what if I told you it's not just random bad luck? What if these massive failures are actually the predictable outcome of a silent battle? A battle being fought between your home's technology and its very specific environment. To really get our heads around this, we're going to zoom in on one place where this battle rages every single day, the town of Federal Heights, Colorado. Here, just keeping a house comfortable is a really fascinating engineering puzzle. And the first big clue to solving this puzzle? It's the altitude. At almost 5,300 feet, Federal Heights is literally a mile high. And as you're about to see, that changes absolutely everything for the machines we all depend on. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. You take the exact same HVAC unit, one at sea level, the other a mile up, and it's like two different machines. In that thin mountain air, it's just struggling, it's working so much harder, and all those performance numbers you see on the box, yeah, they pretty much go right out the window.
And it's not just the altitude. You have to layer on the climate itself. Just try to imagine swinging from below freezing nights in the winter to scorching 95-degree days in the summer. I mean, sometimes the temperature can shift by 60 degrees in just 24 hours. That constant expanding and contracting is just brutal on any piece of equipment.
So you put these things together and you get what we're calling the mile-high gauntlet, a trio of very specific environmental challenges that are just relentlessly hammering a home's comfort systems. So first up is the air itself. At this kind of elevation, there's about 15% less oxygen. Now, for a gas furnace, that's a huge deal. It has a tough time getting a clean, efficient burn, and that can lead to all sorts of ignition problems and even some safety issues. Next is the dust. With major highways and a lot of construction in the area, the air is just loaded with particles. And this isn't a small thing. It can clog up an air filter in just 3 or 4 weeks. Not the 3 months you'd expect. It's literally choking the system's airflow. And finally, you have to look at the homes themselves. A lot of them were built back in the 60s and 70s, and the ductwork inside them was made for older, much less powerful systems. So when you put in a brand new high-efficiency unit, those old, undersized ducts just can't keep up. It causes the new system to wear out and fail years before it should. And the results of all this? They're completely predictable. This isn't some random list of problems. No, these are the specific failures you see again and again because of that trio of challenges. From furnaces that just won't light, to AC compressors burning out, the environment is basically writing the script for how these systems break down. So how do you even begin to fight back against these invisible forces? Well, it takes a lot more than a wrench and a few spare parts. It demands a toolkit packed with specialized, science-based solutions. And this is where that deep, specialized knowledge is just crucial. A technician in Federal Heights absolutely has to know how to perform an altitude combustion adjustment. Honestly, a tech working at sea level might go their whole career without ever hearing of it. It's a critical tweak to make sure a furnace burns correctly and safely in that oxygen-starved air. And the expertise doesn't stop there. It means using advanced data from things called superheat and subcooling to get the air conditioner's refrigerant charge perfect. It means doing complex calculations to make sure the new system is the exact right size for the house, not just a wild guess. And, of course, making sure everything meets Colorado's really strict energy codes. You see, a real expert doesn't guess. They use data. They use precise analyzers and meters to find the actual root cause of the problem. Then they give you a clear, fixed price right up front. And, this part's key, after the repair, they test and verify that the problem is actually solved. Okay, so we've taken this really deep dive into the challenges in one Colorado town. But why does any of this matter to you, no matter where you happen to live? Because the lesson here is totally universal. Every single home has its own hidden story. Your challenge might not be altitude, right? Maybe it's incredibly high humidity or salty coastal air that causes corrosion, or even old wiring. Your specific environment is always interacting with the technology in your home. And for those times when things do go wrong, here's a really practical tool you can use. It's called the $5,000 rule. It's just a simple formula to help you take a step back from the stress of it all and make a clear-headed financial decision about whether you should repair that old system or if it's time to invest in a new one. Let's just walk through how it works. Say you've got a 12-year-old furnace and it needs a $500 repair. Okay, so you multiply 12 by 500 and you get 6,000. Since that number is greater than 5,000, it's a really clear signal that putting more money into this aging unit might not be the smartest long-term play. It really helps you avoid throwing good money after bad. So the next time you hear a weird noise from a vent, or you notice that one room is always colder than the others, just remember, it's probably not random. It's a clue. It's a piece of a bigger puzzle. So the question is, what's the hidden scientific story your home is trying to tell you?